And I'm Matt. Today we'll be discussing everything from leaked Microsoft Studios Scorpio details and specifications,
to news out of Europe that the United Kingdom has broken away from the EU, which will have a huge impact on the gaming industry.
Alex, I got a story coming out of China where a kid was found with bloody sores on his feet after gaming 6 days straight in a row.
How is that even possible?
According to the reports out of Hangzhou, which is the capital and most populous city of Zhejiang province in the eastern part of the country, authorities told the local news that they had stumbled upon a bizarre scene. The 19-year-old man Hangzhou Daily News referred to only as Chen was discovered lying in a woodpile according to the auxiliary police account of the incident. They report that the man was visibly famished after spending 6 days without food or water. He suffered through some of the highest temperatures the province has seen all year and was on the verge of collapse. The attending officers noticed that his feet were covered in bleeding sores, and when asked the reason for his condition, he explained that he had been at an online gaming parlor for 6 days. Apparently, he had spent his last few dollars at the parlor, which left him with no food, no money, or a means of return home. When the authorities notified Chen's parents, they mentioned that his father had no trace of joy for son. It turns out that Chen ran away from home, and after a verbal dispute with his father in regard to his habitual online gaming, and that it was a detriment to providing income for the family, Chen's father stated that his wife had no legs, that they were amputated years ago, and she could no longer perform consortium duties. His son soaking up that much bandwidth at home basically interrupted special happy father time. Authorities also reported that the father initially refused to take his son back and was so upset that he would have to pay the cost, he attacked the authorities with his wife's wooden prosthesis. No further arrests are reported.
Our next story has Europe in quite an uproar and will impact the world gaming community in the years to come. Known as the British withdrawal from the EU, which is now referred commonly as Brexit, came to a vote in Britain. The 51.9% vote in favor of splitting from the Union marked an end to the 43-year-long affiliation. Formerly known as the European Economic Community, the EU has sought to bring together the many cultures that exist across Europe so that equal and free trade can exist throughout the continent.
What impact is that going to have for the gaming industry?
Many popular gaming companies operate out of the United Kingdom, which includes England, Northern Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. Before the split, gaming companies were able to hire talent from other countries in the EU without immigration hiring issues. Now these companies will have to pay more in taxes and tariffs when hiring labor from abroad. The UK's former status in the EU would have allowed for companies to hire from a larger, more easily accessible talent base. Although there's no immediate effect currently, this change could bring about a rise in the overall cost of video games, which will eventually trickle down to the consumers.
Next report comes from our on-the-street reporter, the one, the only, the Iron Juggernaut. Juggernaut, what's this uproar that we've been hearing about in the Destiny dimension these days?
Oh man, uproar ain't the word for it, man. It's pandemonium over here. Niggas be protesting the fucking Iron Banner not being on all week when it was supposed to. Even, as a matter of fact, they fucking
for those of you who don't know, the Iron Banner is a monthly PvP event held in Bungie's flagship game, Destiny.
God damn it, don't you know who I am? I'm the Iron Juggernaut, bitch. Goddamn blue-eyed, fucking greasy-haired, fucked up tooth motherfucking faggot. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Juggernaut, you can't say that F-word.
What, faggot? Why can't I say faggot?
Because you can't. It's bad.
What do you mean it's bad?
All these retards out there are gonna freaking...
You just said retard.
Oh. News on the horizon from Microsoft Studios recently shook the gaming industry with their announcement at E3 about their next console, Scorpio. In an effort to stay on top of the gaming world, Microsoft Studios head of publishing Shannon Loftus said at E3,
"The PC gaming market over the past 20 years has been our focus test for Scorpio. These customers don't wait with hell breath for a new PC release so they can experience the next games. Instead, it's been rolling innovation and there's been compatibility moving forward. Nobody's getting left behind."
Much debate over the new console is sparse, but CNT affiliates have obtained leaked images and information that is considered a breaking exclusive.
Many dolphins died obtaining this information.
They died with honor to bring us this actual photo of the Scorpio, which is the only one known to exist. It had been speculated that this will be the most powerful modular console to date, and features 4K definition capability.
It will also feature USB inputs and outputs, micro USB plugs, HDMI for a clear picture, optical audio, a 400 amp power supply, and it's also reported that there will be a neural input known as the Stinger. The Stinger will allow the user to upload game data directly into their cerebral cortex. It will also implement a nourishment tube which allows gamers to continually game without the need to stop for dietary needs. It had been widely speculated that the PepsiCo company, Frito-Lay, has inked a deal with Microsoft Studios to provide a slurry which is said to consist of Mountain Dew and Doritos. It is unknown if Code Red and Cool Ranch will be available upon release.
Can't wait for that doo-doo goo. Up next with our American Ascendancy segment, CNT's Jethro brings you his take on Xbox head Phil Spencer's decision to go back to the Steam platform to sell game titles.
Greetings, fellow Americans, and anyone else in the world as long as they're friendly to the U.S. If not, shut this the hell off right now, this ain't for you. Anyway, I'm here to give you some news that you already knew if you haven't been on life support for the last decade. Phil Spencer is a cuckold. In case you haven't heard, Microsoft launched their own game store. I'm guessing most of you didn't even know that because it was never anything of consequence. Most of you never even knew existed, but the real news here that I'm reporting is that it has went under. This means Spencer gets to eat his own shit off the tip of Gabe Newell's dick. Why? Because if you know anything about the history of Valve, which I know I'm going to teach my girls here, I know I'm going to educate them well, you know that our hero and prophet, the third greatest man in the world, next to Donald Trump and Alex Jones, Gabe Newell, was once a Microsoft employee. The failure of the store, the Microsoft Store, means that they must resort to selling their games on Steam as well as other platforms. This means that Gaben gets to order Phil Spencer to kiss his own smegma right out of his mouth. Assuming that Gaben hasn't brushed his teeth in 20 years, and I'm guessing that he hasn't, because all great men, such as myself and him, would know that the fluoride in toothpaste was put there by the government to impactify brain's function. Hey, with them goofy Chinese cartoons that my son beats off to, they're mocking us, they're laughing at us. We need to make American consoles great again, and Donald Trump will make sure that'll happen. Get to voting, people. Well, I think I'm about to give up on Microsoft. I'm going to trade my Xbox for meth, probably this Sunday. Behind the church, I'm going to go back to computer gaming. I got me right here, got me my MacBook ready to go. She's a beast, just like my jet ski, my Kawasaki. Again, more of them Koreans and other kind of Chinese people laughing at us. I never thought I'd say this in all my years of gaming, but white power, master race. I mean PC, master race. Fuck console plebs. And I guess PC gamers of any race are okay with me. You know, they're part of this master race. It's not a race-exclusive race. You know, just to make it clear that Jethro is not a racist. Okay? Well now, I guess that about wraps it up. Thank you for having me. This segment is dedicated to all the brave men and women who served, even the homosexuals, though I don't really think them last two should be allowed to serve. But anyway, this segment is dedicated to all who served. Hashtag all lives matter. Hashtag vet lives matter. Investigate 9/11 truth. Good night, folks. Happy Pride Month. White power.
Thank you, Jethro, for that reviling disputation.
And that concludes this week's edition of the Carnage News Team, and we'll be back next week as Alex reviews the Coffee Stain Studios mega hit Goat Simulator.
I'm doing what?
You're doing that fucking goat video.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
You can't make me
you're doing
do
the fucking goat video. I don't give a fuck. I swear to fucking God, you're doing the fucking goat video. You're doing the fucking goat video. God damn it, you're doing the fucking goat video.